Right, Monday the 22nd of March, and the volunteer journey to Foxwood Forest near Uckfield and Lewes was a really wonderful day trip, an adventurous journey outside Brighton into an amazing historic forest environment. The day was divided into two phases. Initially, we were taken to an environmental journey around this aged landscape. The forester David, who has worked in the woods for over 30 years, the last 15 with his wife Penny, as they bought it from the previous owners about 15 years ago. This introduction to the world of forestry conservation was fascinating, with explanations of a developmental 10-year planning and felling as we walked through the old and young trees, noting names, which I can't remember, would be lovely to see them all again, and why they were growing in specific areas. There's a whole historic story around clunks of the forest, fascinating. Some were individually marked, and these were mainly the oaks, because there was a need to create sunlight so that they can actually grow strong. So there would be felling around many of these oaks, because a lot of shoots grow up each year. So it's just watching to make sure that the space is retained so the sun can come through, and make sure that the oaks and the trees that they're focusing on grow. And again, it's probably what we were saying about the whole conservation and the need to look at the British wood scene. I think that's a big link there. That was quite interesting hearing that a little bit earlier. Makes sense there. The tour was such on a personal note, the tour was such a physical tonic, as the light shaping the branches, sculpturing the skies, the fresh smells of the wild outdoors, and the squelching mud was exhilarating. The visual highlight for me was the ancient Nar boundary routes, which just took me back to an era of smelting gangs whose lives were lived in these deep forest environments all those years ago. The lunch break was fun. A bonfire with a metal kettle, which was really great and, you know, sort of very environmental. And it was an opportunity for us all to chat, catch up, and explore the Portaloos. Interesting, but very clean. In the afternoon, we sat about selecting branches, big branches, to be transported back to Fabrica for the exhibition. The bundling was fun. There was a crucial learning about positioning and tying process, which we sort of got there in the end, yeah, with guidance, with lots of guidance. And it involved the maintenance of size, and quite a bit of sawing going on. Also selecting, as we were saying earlier, the arching ones, which could spread across and create that bower effect that we were aiming for. The physicality of transporting, and it was 5 branches, which is what we could manage in our bundle each time, needed 2 of us to carry, one person at the front, one person at the back, and was pretty hilarious, very squelchy. There was a hint of a Bruegel painting as we did squelch and slide across this ancient landscape, taking our chosen branches, which would stand high again in Fabrica's forked forest path. And personally, looking forward to seeing you all there. The end.